Alright, welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. My name is Grayson. I found something that I thought was a little interesting. In the first video, when Edith here was walking towards the house, she said that she was 17. When you bring up this map here, I guess the idea is sort of it's the family tree. At the top, you can see Edith is there. She was born in 1999. So if she's 17 now, that means this game, the setting takes place in 2016. And when we entered the garage, there was the calendar there. So I guess it's been 6 years that this house has been empty, because the calendar said January 2010. So I don't know if that's the correct timeline, but I guess that's the timeline I'm going to go with. So yeah, it looks like we're going out through this window, and there is a cat, so I wonder if that's Molly. I'm just glad that we're not the cat.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Alright, so looks like we're going in here.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
It looks like she liked birds. Either that or candles. Oh no, it's kind of like a vigil for each bird. Looks like maybe budgies were her favorite. Oh no. Nope. I think that's a... Oh, this is Lurpy. What does that say? Purpley? Interesting names.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Alright, so you can see there's something here we're supposed to...
Museum.
So, Odin. 57. Is he the one that... I don't think he built this house. Because that was... Dude's name started with an L, I think? Oh no, S. That was Sven, I think. Mole man beneath the Finch house.
Did a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
That's a bit weird. Oh.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Jr. Lake Trip. My friend Bigfoot. My friend Bigfoot. Was that the one that, maybe that Barbara starred in? Random junk. Alright, Edie won't let go. What's this?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
So, 72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire. Well, little forest fires tend to grow into big forest fires.
Was killed by a dragon. She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
That makes a bit more sense. Yeah, so dragon kills Finch.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Alright, I don't want to leave this room quite yet. Because, oh, there's another oxygen tank. Yeah, because we've got to do this. Oh, it's one of these things. Alright.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Oh, so he turned his house into a houseboat?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Okay.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oh, okay, so that looks like that was it.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Alright, well, we at least know how to get out of here. Oh my god. That is pink.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Sure was. Alright, so either we can't see our reflection or someone's removed the mirrors. Okay, so... Oh, that key's coming in useful. There's a Secret in the Bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
Interesting.
It's hidden in this book.
Oh, another secret passage. Calvin Finch. So is this his
Sven
place?
gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
I somehow doubt this is Calvin's room. There we go, Fort Calvin. And Fort Sam. Did they not get along? It's kind of... Actually, this kind of reminds me of like a 90s sitcom where two people move in together and they don't get along, so
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
So they divide the room in half.
And that he never talked about him.
Alright, so we got some stairs here. Command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This is actually a pretty cool room. Oh, right, so he was the 11-year-old?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Okay, so we control his feet. So we probably got to get this swing going.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
I don't like where this is going.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Going around.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh, going around that tree branch.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, we're almost there. Yep, here we go.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Okay, so I get the feeling we're actually learning about how each person died, not how they lived.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, we can go to this side. Oh. But only to here.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh, I guess he just turned his side into storage. Oh, what's this? Someone likes their secret passages.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
This looks like wine or something. Alright, so we've got this here, but I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, so we're back out in the main area. Okay, well we don't need this, and it looks like we're heading towards Barbara's room.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Swan Lake. Oh man, one of those clocks where the cat's eyes moves back and forth.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Okay, so it looks like this is what we're... Dreadful stories, so some kind of comic book.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
It's kind of like that,
Star, Barbara was famous for her scream.
Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
That's quite the scream. There you go.
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a
Interesting.
sec.
So we gotta remember that.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, okay, so it looks like we're playing now.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, this is too awesome. So not only is it kind of like Tales from the Crypt Keeper, but we're getting the music from Halloween.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I don't think any story is going to top this one.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
And then you got your typical slasher. Dude with the hook hand. Alright, so everything over here looks really dark, but that fridge is lit up. I think that's a fridge.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh, here we go. I didn't think I'd be playing another horror game so soon.
Oh dear!
Get him!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Alright, just when you thought it was over. Alright, so it's Halloween. Oh. Get it. Okay, so this is Walter's room. Oh, and they've blocked that off, so we can't go that way anyway. Alright, in we go.
Walter, are you there?
We're here to save you.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
And he's right behind you. Of course.
I returned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Nice.
He was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
There's gotta be another way out of here.
Oh, is it one of these things? Hehehe. Okay, back to... Oh, here we go. We got a secret passage.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Ah, so Molly's room.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Oh, we're gonna beat the shit out of you.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Oh yeah, he's so not gonna be there when we get downstairs. Cause that's typical slasher 101. Where did he go?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Yeah, that was really good.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay, so I think we got everything in here. Okay, so we gotta go back in here. so we can get back out to the
Now I
hallway.
know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, and we'll get to that music box. It's going to be hard, though, to top that story. Alright, keep turning. There we go. Doesn't look like too much has changed down here.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Well, they got rid of the blood off this thing.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Oh, it's really dark down here. Oh, here we
I
go.
thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to tell there. Okay.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh, is this some kind of like fallout shelter?
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Tasty.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
No, they certainly haven't. Not when they're dying at 10 and 11. So this is definitely some sort of fallout shelter. Oh, maybe not. Oh, okay, so it's made to look like it's outside. But it's just a picture. Alright, let's see what went on with Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
So, 1968. Interesting. So what is it? The 20... Can't quite make out the date there. What's that? Anyway, okay, so we'll open up the whatever this is.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
I think that says the 15th.
Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
So that was canned peaches. Oh, look, more canned peaches.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
So it just jumped up like 8 years.
Even a monster On the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
So he's been down here for quite a while.
And then one day, everything just...
Now 2005 now.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
I'd be tired of eating these peaches.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
That's about damn time.
Well, I still can.
Yeah, you're out of peaches.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Looks like that's where he threw all his garbage. All those peaches.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
That's like especially the food.
I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Wow, so he didn't even get a damn day. Just got out and died.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Well, that's kind of sad. Spent all that time down here and then he finally gets out and gets hit by a train. Well, I think this is where we're going to end the video for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back soon with more of What Remains of Edith Finch. Grayson out.